The crucial question that we now need to answer as humanity and as human beings is, who the hell do we think we are? If we want to move towards a sustainable future, that's the most critical question. We can think about policies and we can think about technological developments. Grant, they may help. But ultimately, it's about who we think we are. Philosophers were asking themselves, why do we humans treat the world the way we treat it? Why we're not more sustainable? And what are the underlying socio-economic processes that determine our image of nature and our image of the human-nature relationship, and what are the underlying cultural traditions that determine our image of the human-nature relationship. And a new concept was then introduced. That concept, this worldview or basic image of the human-nature relationship. The Western attitude that I described earlier is very much the attitude of the owner or the ruler. Nature is ours to rule and it is ours to use. And that's a very anthropocentric image. In other cultural traditions, like for instance Islam, but also in Judaism, there's much more the idea of stewardship. Nature does not belong to humans, it belongs to the Creator. And we humans have to be good stewards of creation. In many of the tribal civilizations, but also in Asia, you have the image of partnership. Then there's a last image, and that's the image of what we call the participant, where the image is basically that you're part of nature. You cannot be separated from nature. You're part of a greater system. And the idea to think that we as humans or that things can be independent of the world around them, that's an illusion. Everyone and everything only exists because there is a world that makes existence possible. The moment you decide that drinking is bad for you, you haven't stopped drinking yet. The moment you know that eating fatty foods is bad for you, you haven't stopped eating them yet. There's a whole process where you need to change your conditioned responses. And you need to address that in society. And if you don't do that, if you don't help people to change conditioned responses, nothing will happen. There needs to be a process of mourning about what we've destroyed, what we have made to become extinct, the ugliness that we created, the pain that we created. And when that mourning is there and has been moved through, then we can move to the next stage and ask ourselves, and what do we want to become? And that's a beautiful challenge. For 2,500 years, we felt that we were the center of the universe, the center of everything, and everything was there for us. And in the last 50, 60 years, this image is changing. We now see, through all kinds of research in our society, more and more people feel, on the one hand, that we're part of nature, and also that we should take good care of it. The only thing is that we don't act upon it adequately yet. The image is changing, but we're still stuck in old ways and cannot really, in our daily practice, move forward to a more eco-centric way of life. But at least the image is changing. There was one woman, about, 80 years ago, who refused to go and sit in the allotted chair in the bus, Rosa Parks. And by that refusal, a world changed within a few decades. So. And I find this a fascinating image. So we all matter. We cannot not matter. The point is, therefore, I always feel, first, we should fall in love with the world again. and not just see it rationally, but feel it, experience it, and enjoy it, and love it. And then realize that in everything we say, do, and think, we create a future.